Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my DNFs for 2023. I liked a whole lot of books in 2023, but there were some that just didn't work for me, and these might be books that really work for you, but not so much for me. I have 7 books that I DNF'd in 2023. I did not talk about them anywhere, but I'm going to talk about them now. Why I did not finish them, as well as one honorable mention that I did finish, but I wish I hadn't. It's pretty much the only low-rated book I rated low this year. And that honorable mention is The Sound and the Fury by William Faulkner. I finished it because it was short, but it was painful. I did not like the writing style. I don't know why it's supposed to be like really wonderful literary writing style. It was not good. The few parts that were supposed to be beautiful were unintelligible to me. I had no idea what they meant, so. And the rest was written in 1930s or 1920s Southern slang, basically, and it was obnoxious, as well as the viewpoints of the time. So, I didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars because some parts of the plot interested me for a little while before it just got intolerable again. Okay, now on to the DNFs, the ones I did not finish. First is Audrey Rose by Frank de Valita. I started this in January, I think, and then I tried picking it up again in February, and I was just struggling. This is a very long paperback from hell from the 70s, and it was boring. Really boring and way too long, and I felt such a feeling of relief when I decided not to torture myself anymore. The next book that I did not finish is not a bad book. This was more to do with me and my taste than anything else, and that was Beautiful Malady by Ennis Rook Bash, which is a poetry collection that focuses on disability from a queer and disabled poet. I really wanted to read and support something like that, but it wasn't my kind of poetry. What can I say? They were dark with beautiful imagery, but I couldn't decipher exactly what the poems meant because the metaphors were not clear enough for me. Some people, that's the kind of poetry they like, so it's more for those people, I guess. The next book I DNF'd was The Midnight Kingdom, and this was the second book in a series by Tara Sim, the Dark God series. And I had read the first book in 2022, and I liked it quite a bit. It was, I believe, the author's first adult novel. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. I think she usually does YA, and the first book was maybe had some where I could tell she writes YA, but it was significantly dark which is something I like. And it left off with this huge climactic ending that I really liked, and I was excited to see where the book was going to go. Fast forward a year, I get the arc for the Midnight Kingdom. I tried to read it and I am completely lost. I completely forgot most of what happened in the first book, other than the ending. And I was not willing, I had not enough cares to go back and reread the first book. So I tried for quite a while, and it just didn't quite give the payoff of what I thought this book was going to be either. Like, not enough scenes going on that involved what happened at the end of the book. Or at least they weren't as thrilling as I thought they might have been. There were some good scenes, but mostly I was confused and bored, so I didn't finish that one. The next DNF was Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. And also not a book I would call bad. I don't know if I would call any of these books bad, actually. They're just not for me. Plain Bad Heroines is a long horror novel. I don't know about calling it a horror novel. Like, that seems stretching it. Didn't seem very horrifying to me, other than a scene or two involving hornets, which hornets are pretty scary. But it's about a woman at a school, boarding school, that dies when she's attacked by a bunch of hornets. And then her friends trying to figure out why this happened, and then a set of movie actresses that start filming a movie at the school about what happened. The LGBT representation was really good. Most of the characters in the book are lesbians or bisexual, and a lot of the book is about making a movie or relationships or personal drama, that sort of thing, and not enough horror. In my opinion, it was too long to be that boring. So I just didn't make it all the way through. Next, I DNF'd The Sight by Melanie Golding, which was an anticipated read for me because I have liked both Melanie Golding books I've read before. They are very unique takes on thrillers that involve folklore of some kind. The Sight follows a woman that works at a carnival, and she can see when people are going to die if she touches them, and how they're going to die. And she uses that to solve a mystery, and I didn't get too far into it because I did not care at all. Didn't care about the mystery or characters or anything. So this one kind of dropped the ball for me. I suppose it was not quite thrilling enough for me to keep my interest. Next, I DNF'd Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, and this was just a matter of not really liking some of the format and way the story was told, and not really loving some of the humor. Most of the humor was pretty funny. I've read books from Neil Gaiman that I have loved, and I've read several of the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett, and they are pretty funny and short and sweet, and I love them. But nice, easy reads. But for some reason, put the two together, and the resulting book was not my favorite. I have no idea why, but it didn't work for me. And now, the last book that I DNF'd in 2023 was Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk, and I don't know why. I've heard really good things about this Chuck Palahniuk book. This one is based on beauty. It's about models, and a model that has a terrible accident and her face is disfigured, and some of the shenanigans that go on with a couple this a couple of these models. And they were like going on a road trip to Canada to get something illegal that's good for beauty. I can't remember. Some of it I liked, but it started to drag on, and I didn't like the road trip part for some reason. It's not my thing. Some of the setup in the beginning was pretty good. Ultimately, I didn't have time to finish it in 1 month, and then when I thought about going back and finishing it later, it I dreaded it. So I just decided to not even worry about it. Just let it go. There are other Palahniuks to try. And I have liked a couple of his other books, so I still have high hopes for the two that I have left on my physical TBR. And those are the books that I DNF'd and why I could not finish them. Let me know what you thought of these books. If you loved them, I'd love to know why down in the comments, because I know a lot of people love these books. Also, I'd love to know what the why you DNF'd your most painful book. What was your top DNF of the year, and why did you DNF? Love to know that down in the comments, and I'll be back very soon with another book related video. Thanks. Bye.